This would not happen if you start to look around at other, again, we're looking at individual universities that are having success. This wouldn't have happened at North Carolina, for instance, where they come in and Carolina football starts to have a bit of success with Brown as the head coach on the gridiron, and roles are reversed. But at Kentucky, we come off a 10-win season and things are rocking and rolling, and you're picked number 2 in the East, and it's time to go catch Georgia instead of catch the teams ahead of you to get to Georgia. The last thing you need is any perception within the athletic program you work for and the attention that you deserve from that group and the donors and the money, especially in the NIL era, looking anywhere else except for your football team going into football season. And this is not going away. No matter how much Barnhart up there wants to say this is a media-driven storyline, I'm sorry, but the response by the head football coach says otherwise.
Well, and here's the damning part of what John Calipari said, the underlying part of all of this. There's a lot of not even thinly veiled shots at each side coming from each side. When you say, we're a basketball school, and I'm giving you the impression of the way John Calipari, how smug he sounded as he was talking about it, and he's a smug guy. That's his personality. He is an arrogant, smug dude. I've grown to like him a little bit more over the years than I once did.
He has been more likable.
He's a smug guy. But he says, we're a basketball school at Kentucky. This isn't Alabama or Georgia. Those are huge strikes right there, because what you are saying to everyone is, why would you go play for Mark Stoops at Kentucky when you could go play at a football school? That's what Mark Stoops hears. Like it or not, whether you agree with that or not, Mark Stoops is thinking, damn it, Cal, this is what we face in recruiting every day. If I call up a kid in Trussville and I tell him, come to Kentucky, they're saying, why would I go there when I can go to Auburn, Alabama, or Georgia? These are football schools.
And now he's hearing it from inside.
Now you've got the basketball coach confirming everything that he's fighting uphill against at Kentucky to build a football program. And now he's not building it. He's built it to try to sustain it in an NIL era where, let's face it, he's cried about this, Mark Stoops has. They're not up to snuff with the rest of the conference. Some of the big boys in football, NIL. You know who is? John Calipari in Kentucky in basketball. Go look at their recruiting class. You think those guys are there for free? Their NIL in basketball is right where it needs to be a national championship contender. Now, the other side of this, okay? When Calipari says these dumb things, and then Mark Stoops fires back on Twitter, and then it enrages everyone, John Calipari did come back and say, I should not have talked about another program in my own athletic department, and I've reached out to Mark, and I'll try again. It's getting to be on Mark Stoops a little bit now. Answer the guy's call. If he wants to call and talk about it, he wants to apologize to you, answer his call, and then you guys can talk about it. I think it's pretty clear Mark Stoops doesn't want to talk about it right now with John Calipari. Now, the third side of this. Mitch Barnhart looks like an idiot. Mitch Barnhart, I don't care about the budget right now. You built a $25 million practice facility for your football program. Great. That's smart business in today's SEC. Don't be calling press conferences blaming the media for something your head basketball coach that makes a ton said, and then your football coach took offense to and tweeted. It wasn't the media that stirred this up. It was Mark Stoops' response. That's what stirred this thing up. The media just covered it. So don't act like this is some media creation that caused all this. Here's the other thing. If you want a successful basketball program, you want to win another national championship, I wouldn't be sitting there calling out the head basketball coach saying, well, he's not getting that practice facility. So tough, deal with it. Basically, threaten the guy. If you don't like it, leave. To John Calipari, if you don't like the way things are done. I thought Mitch Barnhart looked bad. I think John Calipari looks bad. I think Mark Stoops looks great to his team for defending them. I think the longer this goes on without him responding to a call from John Calipari, I think he starts to look bad too. Good news is if you don't like Kentucky, I don't think that any of this is good for Kentucky Athletic Department.
Well, that's fine that Cal's reaching out now, but the damage is done. And like you said, his own basketball coach is saying the same things that people use against him from other schools.
I don't even think it's about the other schools, Paul.
I know, but it's
It's
punching
what they used
down.
against him at his own school, and he's finally gaining traction.